And thank you guys for joining us to South Texas Crossfire, KTMV, and that's Time Warner, now Spectrum. I want to thank Carlos Lopez, my good friend, you guessed it, the Ted Turner of South Texas Broadcasting, for letting me come on. I want to talk to you all about cases that honestly I don't take. I don't have the time to take them. So I'm going to come on TV and talk about them instead. This doesn't replace the advice of an attorney. Get the attorney of your choice. But I get so many calls on this. But I handle federal law, healthcare fraud. I handle people that are arrested, checkpoint cases, white-collar crime. Serious accidents. Those types of cases we're looking at. But the cases that I want to talk about are ones that I simply just don't have the time for, but I volunteer through my pro bono State Bar College hours that I give. I wanted to come out and donate some time, and I'm going to play this about 80 hours for the whole year. And it's debt collection. Right now in America, many of us are in credit card debt. Many of us have student loans. Many of us have debt collectors breathing down our neck. Rule number one is debt collectors will cross the line if you let them. They will call you nonstop. Los voy a decir en español también porque hay muchos hispanos que no conocen sus derechos. Si debes algo, una tarjeta de crédito, si alguien lo está molestando, usted tiene derechos. Uno de los derechos es que no te pueden molestar en su trabajo, en su oficio. And what I just said in Spanish was that rule number one, these debt collectors cross the line. They cannot be calling you at your place of work and get you in trouble with your boss. Your boss can put his foot down and say, do not call here at work. Let me tell you, these debt collectors that are trying to collect money out there, somebody you owe sold that debt to somebody else 9 times out of 10. And these guys are nothing but legal thugs. And I know how to handle legal thugs, and I'm going to show you how to handle and give you jujitsu of law on this right now. Don't let them bother you at work. You tell your boss, look, can you tell them not to call? And if they violate, you put the time, date, and the number they call from, and you can sue them. What's up with that? You can sue them, number one. Number two, they can't be calling you past business hours or after supper time. They can't be calling you to say that they're going to press criminal charges. Those are 3 big boo-boos. Don't call you at work. Don't call you past supper time, and don't say that they're going to be able to deport you or they're going to put you in jail. There's no such thing as debtor's prison other than with traffic tickets, and we're trying to put a stop to that. So I just want to let everybody know out there that debt collectors have laws that they have to function under. And if you tell them, send everything to my attorney in writing, you can get an attorney. You can contact people like Rio Grande Legal Aid Clinic. They're awesome. You can contact the State Bar and call them up and say, are there people that handle pro bono debt collection? I did years of this. I just simply have migrated into an area of the law that is so demanding right now that I can't do it. That's why I'm taking the time to film this. Remember, you have rights. Conoce sus derechos. Hágalos valer. Si alguien que está molestando que usted, están diciendo que debes una cantidad de dinero, unas cuentas, por favor recuerde que si usted tiene derechos, que no te molesten en el trabajo, que no te molesten en la noche y también que no te amenacen que se puede mandar para atrás a México o su país de origen o si te pueden mandar a la cárcel, porque eso ha cambiado. Nunca ha estado derecho y no los pueden hacer de fuerza pagar así. There are laws, and what I just said in Spanish was they can't threaten to put you in jail, they can't bother you at work if you tell them not to, and they can't be bothering you past supper time. They have to call during reasonable business hours. Now, you can also settle your debt by an offer in compromise. Well, how much will you take? And let me tell you, I've done debt collection on the other side. They'll take 30 cents on the dollar. They'll take 40 cents on the dollar because they just want to get paid because they're going to get a chunk of that. And people have written it off like, I'll never get paid. I'll rather get 20 or 30 of that cents than nothing. So that's the way that works on credit cards. I'm not saying get in a bunch of credit card debt and I won't pay it, I'll pay but 20 or 30 cents later. No, but it's a way to get things settled. You do want to take care of your credit profile, your credit score, because everyone says, on Credit Karma, all these other places, is that your credit score matters. It can even affect your job. Now they're doing background checks not only on criminal activity, if you've ever been in criminal trouble, they also look at your credit score. And for those who own student debt, even bankruptcy will not get you out of it. They will take you to federal court. I've handled a couple of pro bono cases back in my younger years, and I helped out people that had student debt. And we had to go to federal court for it. People are not forgiven of their debt if they owe student debt. So this is Attorney Joe Flores reminding you, don't take abuse off of credit card debt collectors, and remind them, hey, I'll get an attorney to get on you guys, or you just violated Fair Debt Collection Act. That makes them take a step backward. You can also send them something in writing. Tell them, I want your address, and I want to send you something in writing, and copy my attorney. A lot of the time that kind of cools them off a little bit. And make sure that you tell your boss, be upfront with them and say, look, I may owe a debt. I don't want you bothered. I don't want us bothered here at work. Please tell them not to call. And if they do call, you yourself, boss, have a right to sue them. So there are issues involved, and I wanted to bring up those big 3 points. Sometimes they can sue you and take you to JP court, just as a peace court, and that's where you can settle things anywhere from 20 to 50 cents on the dollar usually. Sometimes they offer 60 cents. They'll go lower, believe me. So this is Attorney Joe Flores reminding you of your rights. Conoce sus derechos, hágalos valer. Call me anytime, 24/7 if you want, or you think there's an interesting topic for me to cover in the law. This is the way I give back. 361-887-8670 is a magic number, 361-887-8670. Thank you, and God bless.